How are you all doing, guys? Brandon here. Welcome back to Retro Dodo. And this is a product that I've kept my eye on for some time, and I thought it was too good to be true, so I had to pick it up. And this is called the ClassiQ NHD by a company called Old School, and I managed to find this for $41 on AliExpress. If this video interests you, there is a link below. Now, what's cool about this, I have yet to open it or even test it, and that's what I'm going to do on today's video. But what is cool about this is that it plugs straight into your TV, outputs at 720p, it comes with two controllers, works with your NES cartridges, and it's all for $41. Now typically cables that plug into your classic NES cost around about $20-$30, and then if you want to go down the FPGA route, such things like the analog console is upwards of $180. So I had to get this in. So it does say that the ClassiQ NHD is the answer to clean 8-bit visuals, supports original NES cartridges, compatible with NES controllers, homebrew games, HD 720p, and AV compatible. So this is it. And for $40, the packaging is looking pretty good. Comparing it to like retro handhelds out there, this is by far a much decent package. Now, this is as far as I've got, and it's all looking pretty good, to be honest with you. You've got the console here, and it looks like you've got two wired controllers here. Now, I have no idea how these feel, but we will take a look. I'll keep that one in the box. What else is there? Okay, so it looks like you've got your second controller, your USB to micro USB to power it. And what's cool about this is that if your TV has a USB output, you can plug that into your controller, your console, so you won't have to use a wall socket. Your AV and then your HDMI, and it looks like a little adapter there. And they've sent me the wrong one because I am EU based, not US. So let's put all that aside and we'll see what the console looks and feels like. Okay, so here it is. That is the console there. You've got your cartridge slot, power on, reset. I like the grill look, and it's definitely keeping that classic NES look. On the back, oh, okay, that's interesting. So it has a 16:9 and a 4:3 button here that I'm guessing when you press in game just changes the dimensions. Your DC in, your AV, and your HDMI, and I think that's it. And what's cool about this as well is that it can use your classic NES controllers as well, should you not want to use these ones here. So let's take a look at this, and from what I can tell, it looks as if this cable is quite long, which is always good. I hate it when consoles put in a small cable that doesn't reach to your couch or your sofa. Okay, so that is very long. That's probably looking 2+ meters. And let's take a look at the controller itself. Now, these probably aren't going to be the best controllers. Okay, so they're very light. Quite cheap, but oh, okay. Oh wow, those buttons are actually really, really nice. Slightly concaved action buttons. You've got this classic logo on the front, which I'm not a fan of, but the D-pad feels very, very nice. That's not too bad actually, and that connects into the front. I'm guessing it's just as easy as it looks. Yeah, and there you go. Your console is plugged in. So what I'm going to do now is actually plug it into my monitor, power it up, and see how it performs, basically. Okay, so the console is set up now. It's plugged into my monitor and the controller is in, and I've got the only NES cartridge I currently own at the moment, which is Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt, and we won't be able to play Duck Hunt, unfortunately, but this is an official NES cartridge, and we'll see how it performs. So let's power this on. Oh, that's cool. Have you seen the classic logo there that lights up in different colors? It looks like it's changing between, blue, green, and red. And here we go. The screen is on. I'll take the cartridge. That loaded fairly quickly. And if I press the button at the back, you can see there, it's changing from 4:3 to 16:9. So let's give this a go, shall we? Okay, immediately the buttons are responsive. The first thing I am noticing though is that the audio is ever so slightly sped up. Quality of the pixels looks pretty good. I don't think it's as sharp as a traditional NES console, but that's pretty close, I'll be honest. Controller's working a treat. Jesus. This feels great. Oh, and it got me. Yeah. After playing with it for like 5 or 10 minutes now, the sound quality is definitely a little fluffy, a little fuzzy at times, but definitely not poor, if that makes sense. It's almost like average audio quality. For those of you that want something near identical, this probably isn't the console to go for. This is more aimed towards those that, you know, can't afford to maybe buy an FPGA console, or they can't afford to buy an original NES console, as well as, you know, a HDMI adapter to go with it. For $41, like the quality here, yeah, it's pretty good, I'll be honest. Wow, I'm playing very badly. So there you have a little glimpse at the gameplay quality of the ClassiQ NHD. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. I noticed that the audio was sped up and the sharpness of the pixels was slightly, you know, fluffy and blurry, but nonetheless, great quality from a $40 console. Now, the build quality I want to go over is actually quite nice. You know, it does use somewhat cheap plastic, but it adds this nice weight to it. The LED in the logo is really nice, and the overall kind of size is quite compact. And the small features like the power reset button, the top loading of the cartridges is very classic. It's got the grill features from the original console, and the fact that you can use your classic NES controllers is a very nice feature too. But what I've noticed as well, and I've read a lot about this, is that this console doesn't play the EverDrive cartridges, nor does it play third-party cartridges very well. So this console is only for official NES cartridges. If you want to use EverDrive or, you know, third-party ones that you may get online, they might not work with this console, which is a little bit of a downer in all honesty. And another down point is that the internal firmware will never update. The console is what you get. There's no options internally to change settings. There's no chance of updating it. So that's never gonna be a new feature unless they bring out a new console. But then again, you need to remember that this is only $40, and it's a perfect price point for anyone wanting a NES console with HDMI built in that plays averagely well, in my honest opinion. This is something for newcomers that may have a few NES cartridges lying around that they want to play on. It's definitely not for passionate retro gamers that want near identical gameplay, because that's not what you're going to get out of this. If that's the case, you need to look at the Analog NT Mini or something like that. But for $40, I think it's a great little product for newcomers. The HDMI out is perfect to just have on your desk while you take breaks at work, and the 16:9 and 4:3 button here is a godsend for anyone that likes switching between them. So that's very, very nice as well. And just overall, a good little product as a gift or a cheap product to treat yourself. It's not perfect. Again, sound quality is pretty poor at times. It's slightly sped up. The pixels aren't super sharp, but I think it's a bloody good try for $40, and I think for anyone trying to beat that in that price range is going to be very, very hard. So definitely check it out if you're looking for a NES console and you don't want to spend a bunch of money on a new one and buy the whole HDMI adapters and stuff and controllers. This is $41 straight out of the box, works pretty well, and is good for average gamers that want to play their NES cartridges. There will be a full review coming up on our website. This is more of a unboxing and first impressions, so hold around for a few weeks after this video and you should see a full review and a final score. But it's good. I'm not sure why not many people have, put the spotlight on this a bit more, because it is generally a really, really cool product, and for only $40, you can't really go wrong. And I advise, if you are looking for a NES console, give it a go. As per usual, thank you for watching. If you want to see even more retro gaming reviews and unboxing videos, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.